Karen Brown, and I have been making baskets since about 1982. I have made them with other friends and people and students in my class. And today I'm going to be working on a 2-pie basket and also a little muffin basket, which students in the 4th grade did, and also students in the 7th grade worked on. Okay, anything that is pliable can be used to weave a basket. What I'm using now is a basketry reed, which is really from the bamboo plant. And they just make different widths. And this is an oak handle called a D handle because it kind of looks like a D. And once I get the basket up and put a rim on it and decorate the handle, then I will take it and use a little stain. The stain that I use is made from black walnuts. So friends and family in the fall go out and get the black walnuts, which is about that time of year. They're green when they fall off the tree, and if you then let them dry, they turn a dark color and they store well. I take about 3 or 4 and put in a little piece of pantyhose or knee-highs, and then I boil them in water until the color is what I like. These are for making some Christmas decorations today, and you can almost see that it's a little darker than the new reed. This color makes it look a little more used, worn. If you took a regular basket and not stained it in about 10, 15 years, if you use it from the oils in your hands, it would turn about this color. So using black walnuts makes it a lot faster to look aged a bit. This basket is like all baskets. You can make one to fit your purpose. My daughter uses one of these when she goes down to the market, when she's up in the Washington, D.C. area, and it's a lot easier for her to carry things when they're all together. Anyway, this one may be used for magazines. It's based on a 9x13 pan, baking dish that I had seen, and so for carrying to functions and everything, I just measured it and then have measured the reed, and we'll make it, and my little 9x13 baking dish will just fit right in. So all you need is some simple little things to get started, such as a scissor, heavy duty little scissor, your black walnuts, the reed, and we have an artist here at the Art Center who uses honeysuckle, which we have quite a bit in this area. We also have oak, and if you're really strong, you can take maybe a 6-inch wide oak log, and you can split it, and you keep splitting it, and the rings come apart so you have more. And so you could make your own reed, or you can buy this. Even Amazon carries reed. So just to begin, there is a right side and a wrong side to the reed. The wrong side has little hairs on it and gets a little easier to see usually. The right side is pretty nice and smooth. So that's the one you'll want on the outside. So you just take your reed and you hide it behind one of your stakes. These are stakes, and this is called a weaver. So I'm just going around some of the stakes, and it's going to lay on top of one of the stakes, and I'm going to go around, and once I go around, he's going to come and cover it up so that you won't see where I start or where I stop. And then you kind of press it down as you go so that they fit nice and tight together. And you can do plain reed and then stain it, just a brown color. Or you can use some reed that has been dyed. And on this one, I am going to be using some navy blue. Now, in order to get the navy blue color, I just use RIT dye. This is the scarlet red that I like to use, and I like navy blue, but you can use pastel colors. You can use any color you wish. And I do have a big old pot at home, and I just heat it up, the water, add the dye, add a little salt or vinegar, and let the reed soak until it gets to be the color I wish. And then I just take it out, usually outside, and let it drip dry. And once it's dry, it stores very well until I need to use it. All you need when you're making a basket is, if the reed is not fresh, which I like to use Virginia Creeper or Virginia Grapevine. And when it's fresh and just cut, you don't have to soak it. It's very pliable already. And once it's dry, you can always soak it, and once it's pliable, you're ready to use it. And once you go measure, and when I measure my reed, I usually use a yardstick, because you can then do several lengths and then do your cutting to the right size that you wish. And so once you start around, when you get to the corners, you're going to want to kind of straighten them up. And sometimes if they won't hold, you can always use a clothespin. So I use clothespins for a lot of things. And this just kind of keeps things a little manageable. And so these are things that hopefully a lot of it you have around the house. And I will just go around and around until I'm finished. Okay. I have added some rows of navy blue colored reed. And now I'm going to put some natural reed in and get it up to about, 1.5 inches from the top. And then I will be turning those over and securing the basket. Then I will put a decorative handle across the top. I think I'm going to use some, it's again from bamboo, but this is more like your caning reed. And so I will do a decorative with caning reed and some regular reed. And then I will put a rim on it. And once I do that, then I will be ready to sign it and stain it. And it'll be drying, and once it's dried, you can use it. Time you work with your reed, you need to make sure it's dampened or wet so that it's not brittle. And right now I am ready to put a decorative design across the handle. So I am going to take the smooth side along the outside, and the rough side will go next to the handle. So I'm going to bring it down a bit, and then he's going to come across, and there'll be enough to tuck in on this side when I get there. Now, I'm going to use some of this bamboo reed and braiding this piece all the way across the top, and then get to the bottom. So I'll show you the end result in a few minutes. Once the handle is done, I'm going to put on a rim around the edge, and I would then lash the rim on with a piece of the same that I used up here, the same bamboo. Anyway, and caning kind of thing, and then I would use the stain, and if I have a big tub, I just sit it in and get it all wet. Or if it's kind of big and I only have my small amount, I just take a brush and I brush it all over, let it dry, and I do put some protection on my baskets. I use linseed oil, and it will darken up just a little bit, and it will keep it from getting stained. If I use this to carry something that is kind of messy, I put like a paper bag on the bottom, and I also use some towels or placemats in the bottom. But then when you're ready, you just knock it out, let it dry, and you're ready to go.